What's up, Blasianeers and Blasianettes? I am about to review the third episode of Season 7 to The Walking Dead, so if you did not see the episode, there's going to be spoilers, so just so you know. Alright, now that is your warning. Now, this is I predicted prior to the episode airing that this would be like Dwight's episode, even though we're also seeing Daryl's captivity, like in Negan's sanctuary. But yeah, I had a feeling because for those of you who have read the comics, you know that then you know what's in store for Dwight's future, and I'll get into that a little later. So if you don't want to know and you don't read the comics, I'll just let you know like ahead of time when I'm about to say it. But I mean, yeah, you see, there's conflict within him, like where where you're under, like all the way up until this point, you're under. I guess most of you were under the impression that Dwight was happy being by Negan's side, and he would remain loyal to him, and he would do whatever the Saviors want and whatnot, and he is just happy where he's at. Now, in this episode, you start to see that it's not that black and white. And even Gordon, who he followed in the middle of the episode, like where he's trying to get away from the sanctuary, and Dwight catches up with him. Gordon sees through this bullshit mask that he's wearing in front of Negan and everybody and everyone who opposes him, and he's trying so hard to block Gordon out, like on that, and I think that really irked him, that he can see through the through that bullshit. There's good in him. I can see that and whatnot, and he's pretending to accept that that Sherry is now Negan's wife, and he's pretending not to care about it. You can, if you've seen. If you watch the episode, it's tearing him up inside. Even when Negan is telling the story of how Dwight left, tried to get away with Sherry and Sherry's sister, and then I think her name was Tina, I think, and when Dwight and Sherry came back, and how Negan was gonna kill him, and Sherry said that she would marry him if he let Dwight live. And just hearing Negan ramble on of how hot Sherry is and all that stuff, and how she is Dwight's now ex-wife and now his wife, and it's just, you can see the look on his face. It's like his heart is bleeding out, and he's pretending not to care before, like in the episode, but you can see as he's in that room, he is like, man, he is torture. And I was almost before the season even started, I thought to myself this was gonna Dwight's story was gonna be told in flashbacks, like how Morgan, this episode, of seeing how they got to where he is now, how that's a flashback. I thought it was gonna be all Dwight, and then just Dwight and Negan, and that's all we were gonna see. But apparently they're doing things a bit differently. To the point where you don't want to bore the fans of the show who don't read the comics, and try to balance it out. I guess they're trying to do that while remaining in the present time, while we're seeing what does Negan have in store for Daryl. And I knew right off the bat, no pun intended. Well, you know what? Yeah, pun intended. Right off the bat, that Negan was looking to recruit Daryl. Just get him, extremely vulnerable to the point where he'd rather live under Negan's law than to be held captive, for I guess remaining with his beliefs of what he feels he should do. But at first, when I watched the episode, when Negan is clearly giving him that opportunity, before Daryl spits it right back in his face when he asked him, "Who are you?" and he says Daryl, I got scared for him for a minute there. I'm like, is he gonna get the iron or what? I don't know. But after a while, I'm like, yeah, good for you. Good for you. And even though I know some of you are like, no, just pretend to be loyal to Negan, keep yourself going, survive. No, just survive, and like Rick will find a way to get you out of this. But I mean, I gotta give, I gotta give props to Daryl for like when you look at where he's gone, like through all 7 years on this show, Daryl's not the one that can be easily broken. I mean, that barely happens. Barely happens. I don't even think he's been broken yet. I mean, he's had, he has his heart has been broken. He has had he has experienced heartbreak, like when he lost people, that he cared about, not to mention Merle, Herschel, Beth, and now Glenn. He quickly, it's like he quickly just jumps back into Daryl mode after that, even though he feels guilty for Gwen's death and he's eating dog food and everything like that. Just owning up to what he feels his responsibility to his death, and when Dwight forces him to look at the Polaroid, like of Gwen's remains. I mean, like, damn. I mean, I think he allows himself to look at the Polaroid just to, just punish himself and whatnot. And it's just, I literally feel the weight pushing him down. And speaking of that, when Dwight looks at the walker out in the yard of walkers and stuff, and he's trying to and the walker's trying to get out of the pole that is in his shoulder, and like where he's right impaled with the pole or whatever, and he's trying to get out of it, and he's going back down. He's getting out, and he's trying to go back, and he's going back down. I think that symbolizes how Dwight's looking at himself, like under Negan's thumb, where he is, no matter how many times he tries to get out of it, he just keeps sliding back under Negan's thumb. And and I gotta say that song that they made Daryl listen to, it's growing on me. It's playing in my head right now. Oh man. And as I was editing my reaction to the episode, when I said that they played this song one more time, and I just went like, I admit I was cracking up while I was editing that video together for you guys. Oh man. And Negan, each new episode that man is in, he scares the fuck out of me. Just when I thought he cannot scare me anymore, he scares me. He is so unpredictable. You don't know what he's thinking. You don't know what he's gonna do. You just don't know. And I gotta applaud Jeffrey D. Morgan for making me loving to hate a character so much. I mean, he is currently my favorite ultimate. He is the ultimate villain in TV history right now. And some people may, say, well, Cersei Lannister is dead. No. I mean, like, yeah. But, I mean, Negan is top dog in my book. But, yeah, man. And I just, I just don't know what else to say. I mean, like, this is, like, a very, like, even though, maybe it's because I read the comics, but I had faith in Dwight. I'm like, yeah, you're putting on this whole bullshit. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about you. It's all about Negan act. But then again, I know that that he is gonna find a way out of this, and but I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just because I read the comics. But I'm just gonna leave it as that. But this episode gets 4 chair spans out of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 solid chair spins. So, yeah, I think I broke down everything I wanted to. Some of you are probably thinking that, Dwight's a piece of shit and whatnot. And now Daryl, like, at the end of the episode, Daryl sees through Dwight now. I mean, like, did you see the way he reacted when Daryl refused Negan's offer, and Dwight throws him in his cell, and he's yelling at him like like he actually gives a shit. Otherwise, he would have been like, sucks to be you. can't, you know, I'll be glad when you're dead. Slams the door. No, he doesn't do that. He's yelling at him. And he tried to, and he was getting ready to tell him off in that room when he said, when Daryl just spat in his face by saying Daryl, and you know, Dwight was getting ready to go off on him. But I don't know what Negan has in store for him. I mean, I kind of wanted to see at least brief flashbacks of Dwight getting the iron. I mean, I wonder if we're gonna see that with like another savior, if it's not Daryl. I don't know. I almost thought Daryl was gonna get iron, but I don't know. I mean, from the looks of next week's episode, it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. But I mean, I hope they. I mean, I don't know. I mean, hopefully they show Negan try to do something, you know, terrible to, you know, Daryl. Otherwise, he's gonna look like a pussy after all this, after all that he's done. But I don't know. I guess time will tell. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed my review on this episode, make sure you thumb up the video and make sure you click subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thank you for watching as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, y'all.